up on DC News Now at noon.
We're catching a break today, but heat and humidity will rise into your Thursday. We'll let you know how much higher those numbers could get.
It is hot and toasty out here. That's why it's very important to drink water and stay hydrated. What happens if we reach 90 degrees?
A big warm-up for your Wednesday. I'm Randy Bass reporting in Northwest. Coming up, where you can hit the pool and stay cool this afternoon.
Plus, results from Virginia's primary election. Who's going to be on the ballot this November? And it's Wellness Wednesday. We're talking change and the importance of embracing it as it comes.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Mark Hall. We're continuing to track the scorching heat as we're in the middle of the week of a DMV first warn day. And my goodness, let's head over now to meteorologist Damon Matson. And Damon, you know, we've been talking about this weather now for a few days. Any relief in sight, or is this going to be a warm stretch?
Well, that's the key, Mark, right there. We are still experiencing hot temperatures. Do not get me wrong there. We're still going to be in the 90s by later on today. But there is a small little change we're experiencing on this Wednesday that will be very welcome. It's not much, but it's something. Here's the look. Temperatures pretty much on the same pace that they have been over the last couple of days. We are warming up very quickly through the middle to upper 80s at this hour. Westminster, Luray already at that 90-degree mark. And like I just mentioned, again, late in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, we all should be back up into those lower 90s. However, humidity, it's not as big of a factor today. Yes, you're still feeling some mugginess on this Wednesday, but not to the same level that we were experiencing on Monday and Tuesday. So that being the case, the heat index values not that far off from the actual air temperature. So it's not feeling much hotter than the actual air temperature is. And that is at least some good news as we roll about this afternoon. Humidity should stay down a little bit as we approach 90. So we'll feel like it's in the lower 90s. Still hot, but not as bad. Now, folks, as we head into Thursday, how much should we expect that humidity to dial back up? We'll have a full look at your forecast coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Damon, thank you. And right now, people are finding ways to stay cool, and some of DC's pools are open for Juneteenth holiday as temperatures are expected to soar into the 90s. DC News Now's Randy Bass is live in Northwest at a very busy Hearst pool. Hey, Randy.
Hey there, 9 of DC's DPR public pools opened at 10 a.m. this morning, and let me tell you, the Hearst pool here in Northwest was just about full by 10:15 this morning. Check it out. They just blew the whistle. Adult swim is over, and kids are back in the pool enjoying the Juneteenth holiday here on what is a very hot Wednesday. Check it out. Super busy, lots of people, parents, kids, all turning out today. Lines went down the block here on 37th Street well before 10 a.m. People excited to jump in the pool. There's at least one pool open in each of DC's 8 wards today, including Banneker, Francis, Hearst, Upshur, Langdon, Randall, Rosedale, Ridge Road, and Oxon Run. They'll stay open till 6 o'clock tonight. The city splash and spray parks are also open during those same hours. Typically, rec centers are closed on holidays, but with this big warm-up, the district is keeping some of those open today, too. People we talked to were in line early to snag a poolside spot.
Wanted to come enjoy the pool and cool off on such a hot day. It's Juneteenth, so have the day off and looking to just relax in the water. I wish more of the pools were open, but I'm glad that this one is.
What we've seen over the last couple of days with these extreme heats that in the first hour we're at 1 in, 1 out. So pools are reaching capacity fast. People are trying to get their swim in before the heat comes.
And just a reminder, DC Parks and Rec pools are free for all DC residents. Just make sure you bring your DC ID or DC driver's license or an out-of-state license with a piece of mail, maybe like an official bill or a lease document that proves that you live here in the district. For more information on which pools and rec centers are open near you today, head to our website at dcnewsnow.com. For now, live in Northwest, I'm Randy Bass. Send it back to you.
All right, Randy, thank you. Well, the Maryland Department of Emergency Management issuing a health warning as temperatures continue to rise during this week's heat wave. The concern, extreme heat being dangerous and potentially deadly. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, there were nearly 210 heat-related deaths across the U.S. last year. The NOAA says that half of them happening outside, while 30% taking place inside of homes. National Weather Service says that over the last 30 years, heat has been the deadliest weather hazard in the country. Right now, groups are calling on the federal government to step in due to the weather, and some are asking FEMA to classify the extreme heat as a major disaster, similar to a tornado or a hurricane. They say that this would allow federal dollars to help with water distribution and cooling centers.
Believe that it's broad enough for you to basically recognize extreme heat and wildfire smoke, just as you did for COVID-19.
Well, the Center for Biological Diversity says that it plans to take legal action if FEMA does not act. And for around-the-clock weather coverage, scan the QR code on your screen. It's a quick way to download our DC News Now weather app, and that's free to download in the App Store and in Google Play. Developing now, Prince George's County police say the man is dead after being shot in Suitland. Police say that the shooting happened on Regency Park Court around 10 last night. Police say the victim was dead in a stairwell when they arrived, and they are working to identify the suspect and a motive. Prince George's County Police would like you to call them if you have any information. And we now know the name of the man killed in an ATV crash in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Prince George's County Police say 29-year-old Ronald Hayes Jr. crashed into a pickup truck on Walker Mill Road in Capitol Heights on Monday, and police say that he was taken to a hospital where he died. Investigators say that a woman also riding on the ATV was taken to the hospital with critical injuries. The driver of the truck was not injured, and the cause of the crash is still under investigation. All right, DC News Now is your local election headquarters, and several candidates going head-to-head in the Democratic primary for Alexandria's next mayor. Our Mariel Carbone is in Alexandria, where Aaliyah Gaskins declared victory last night.
Aaliyah Gaskins and her campaign declaring victory in the Democratic primary for Alexandria mayor. Now, Gaskins taking about 60% of the votes over opponents Amy Jackson and Stephen Peterson. Gaskins ran a campaign focused on listening to people and says as mayor she'll work to ensure everyone thrives in the city.
As I promised on the campaign, they have new energy to look forward to. They have a leadership that is focused on bringing together diverse coalitions in our community. They have a leader that is going to be responsive and a leader who's going to work to make us a safer, a more affordable, and a more accessible city.
And there is no Republican challenger, no independent filed to run, so unless someone starts up a write-in campaign to run against her, she will officially be elected mayor coming up in November. That will also make her the first black female mayor ever elected in Alexandria. Reporting in Alexandria, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Our thanks to Marion. Results are now in from the Virginia primary elections, and the election includes several key races for Congress. The Republican primary race for U.S. Senate, Hung Cao defeats his 4 opponents for the nomination. Cao was endorsed by former President Donald Trump, and he will challenge Virginia incumbent Democratic Senator Tim Kaine in the November election. In District 7, Eugene Vindman takes the Democratic nomination. He's a U.S. Army veteran who had a key role in former President Donald Trump's first impeachment. He beat 7 other people, including Elizabeth Guzman, Brianna Sewell, and Andrea Bailey. Vindman says that he hopes to protect the rights of people in Virginia if he's elected.
I'm going to bring integrity to Congress. I'm going to bring a moderate point of view, and I'm going to defend the rights and freedoms that all Americans should enjoy.
Vindman also says that he hopes to protect the border while helping immigrants pursue their American dream. In the District 7 Republican race, Derek Anderson has taken the nomination. Anderson is another U.S. Army veteran competing for a spot in Congress. Anderson beat Cameron Hilton, John Myers, and John Prabhudados, pardon me. In his victory speech, he said that he hopes to secure the border and lower the cost of inflation.
It's time Washington be reminded that their policies are impacting each of us more than they understand. We will fight every single day to make life better for every American, starting right here in the 7th District.
Anderson, you may recall, sought for a Republican nomination back in 2022 for District 7, but lost to Yesli Vega. And in Virginia's 10th district, voters choosing Suhas Subramaniam out of 12 Democrats battling for the seat. He is currently held by Representative Jennifer Wexton. Subramaniam defeated former Virginia House Speaker Eileen Filler-Corn, State Senators Dan Hellman and Jennifer Boysko, along with former Virginia Education Secretary Atif Carney. On the Republican side, voters chose Mike Clancy over 3 other candidates to go head-to-head with Subramaniam in November. Clancy has been endorsed by Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, with Youngkin saying on X that Clancy will be a phenomenal leader for Virginia's 10th district. And Youngkin has also endorsed Hung Cao and Derek Anderson.